Topsy-turvy times. For the past 5 years, he's made his name playing the brooding hero Jon Snow in the award-winning TV series Game of Thrones.
I love that description. In the final moments, I'm sure you'll know if you watched it, of last season, Kit's character, like so many in the programme, met an unexpected and violent end, or so we were led to believe.
It would appear, then, that Kit has plenty of time on his hands to pursue other projects. We'll chat to him about those in a moment. First, here he is in Game of Thrones.
Kid with a girl, you'd prefer to invade our lands.
Invade your land? Wildlings raid our lands all the time. Some of them try to kill my little brother, a crippled boy.
They're not your lands. We've been here the whole time. You lot came along and just put up a big wall and said it was yours.
My father was Ned Stark. I have the blood of the first men. My ancestors lived here, same as yours.
So why are you fighting us?
Oh, it's so dramatic. Kit Harington is here with us now.
Hello.
Morning.
Morning, good morning.
We will talk about your play in a minute, but let's just take us back to the beginning of that, because when Game of Thrones started, you know, nobody was to know that it was going to be such a huge success. What did you think when you first saw it?
I think I remember what I thought when I first read it, which I thought it was the most bizarre thing I'd read ever. And I thought, how is this going to work? Is this ever going to work? Are people ever going to watch this? So it was, I think it was a really pleasant surprise for us all when it took off the way it did.
The pilot wasn't so successful, is that right?
The pilot we shot, I had a horrible wig on in the pilot. It was all, you know, it just didn't work. And no one's ever seen it. It's in some back room somewhere.
Oh, gosh.
And I'd like it to stay there, I think. But yeah, the pilot didn't, and they reshot everything. So they made it the way it is now, the way you see it now.
No wigs. Now you still got your hair from the character. For your new character, is this how Dr. Faustus is going to appear?
I think this is, as you can see behind me, this is kind of the look I think we're going to go for. He's a stage magician. So I'm thinking about maybe twizzling my beard up or something. But yeah, I think this is the look we're going for.
And he was, of course, the original man to sell his soul.
Yes, yeah. So the story is Dr. Faustus sells his soul to the devil. He makes a pact with the devil so he can become the greatest conjurer, so he can do the best magic and become essentially a celebrity. He wants power and glory, and for this he makes a pact with the devil, and we watch as he descends essentially to hell throughout the play. It's actually the version we're doing especially is very comic. It's a black comedy really, so it has got a lightness to it.
So not out till April, so you've got quite a lot of... How are you with learning the lines? Is that easy for you?
It's been a long time since I felt I should learn a play before even going into the rehearsal room.
Right.
But with this, I think it's essential. There's a lot of quite meaty Elizabethan text to get through, and it's so I'm currently doing that. I'm sitting in my room and going through the lines.
I'm interested you say sort of you're playing on the comic value of Christopher Marlowe's work, because there is the most famous speech, the one that we certainly all had to learn at school.
You know it.
Our Faustus now has thou but one bare hour to live.
Yeah.
The rest I can't remember. But which is a poem of utter despair, because not only is he losing his life, but he's losing his life for eternity.
Yeah, he's being dragged to hell for eternity, which is something he was very flippant about at the start of the play. So it's a great journey. He goes from believing he can beat the devil, believing he can trick Mephistopheles, and believing he knows best, essentially, and with this huge ego, to right at the end, like you say, I'm amazed they made you learn that at school. I haven't even got to that bit.
You can think of Bill when you do.
It's a wonderful speech at the end as he's being dragged to hell.
Will you tell us about theatre? Will you be nervous? Do you like? I mean, does it stretch you? What's it like for you?
I haven't. So this is the first time I've stepped on stage. It will be for 6 years.
Yeah.
The last play I did was at the Royal Court, and it was posh, and so it's been a while, and I've been the last 2 years especially been really keen to find the right thing to step back onto the stage with, and this is perfect. Jamie Lloyd is an incredible director. The play is an amazing adaptation of Faustus, and I think it's going to be. I think on paper it's already amazing.
Is fame and celebrity as an actor a bit of a pact with the devil as well, in the sense that naturally, many actors seek it, desire it when they're on their way to success. And then once you've got it, it can be, well, something rather awkward, can't it?
Well, I've experienced, I guess, a real rush of it with Game of Thrones, which became this huge hit, and I'm very known as one character. So I have experienced a certain element of that, and I think this is what makes this play quite desirable for me, is that it's the subject matter, the seeking of fame, the seeking of fortune and glory, and is I think really interesting, especially in our culture at the moment, which is so celebrity obsessed. Yeah.
We're just seeing another still from Game of Thrones. Tell us about there's something like over 200 cast members. It is a massive production, isn't it?
Thrones, yeah. I think it's been up to about 350 cast members. I think this must be the biggest cast ensemble.
Now, which brings us to a point that Game of Thrones fans are going to be desperate to hear about, which is it is reported you've been seen. It's reported you've been seen actually on set during the filming of Series 6, even though you appear to die a ghastly death. Does this and your face appears in the shadows of the publicity material for Series 6? I put it to you that you will be in Series 6 as Jon Snow in some respect.
I think anyone who wants to know what happens in season 6 has to wait until it comes out. All I can tell you is Jon Snow is dead. He died at the end of the last season.
But his spirit lives on?
Who knows? You have to wait and see. It's going to be a very exciting season, so I'm led to believe.
Oh, he's
You've been very well trained in that response, haven't you?
When is the next season? It's being filmed. When is the next season?
Yeah, I think they usually release it around April, so I'm expecting it to come out then. I can't wait to see it. I'm really looking
Not going
forward
to miss it?
Not going to miss it.
What I love, I mean, so many things about it, but they do have a habit of killing off massive characters as well, which has been a theme, hasn't it?
It has been a theme for the show, and I think it's what makes the show very exciting, very... It's what people love about it, is that you can't have... There's no safety there. There's no one lead character who's going to make it through. You can't trust that anyone will do that.
All right. Thanks very much, John, and good luck.
Kit.
That's a terrible thing. I'm so sorry. That's a really bad thing to have done. Sorry.
Kit, you're very good.
What's that line? I know you, Kit Harington. Is that what it is?
Well, Jon Snow.
Yeah, I know. Okay, thanks.
Okay, you're very good. Thank you very much. Lovely to meet you. Good luck with Dr. Faustus at Duke of York Theatre in London from April the 9th.
At 8 minutes to 9, Wayne Sleep was the